Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today is Monday, August 24th, and because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What Sold on eBay. Just like every week, guys, we're going to walk through our Instagram photos from the week to show you our photos of our packages shipping out each day. And then we'll go on over to eBay and take a look at some of the highlights of our sales from the week. We'll start with Plush, and I show you all the Plush every week because they're my favorite. And then I just show you some highlights from our other sales, whether they're Bolos that you should be looking out for or really good, solid bread and butter brands to fill up your inventory with. Let's just jump on in with what we're looking at right now. This is today's shipping photo. We had an amazing weekend. Y'all, we almost broke our own personal record that we set back in March when we broke our previous record. We were just a couple packages shy or sales shy of breaking our record. This is pretty exciting. I kind of feel like maybe this means we're coming to the end. The beginning of the end of the summer slowdown and moving into fall and when things start to pick up as we get towards Q4. Or it could just be a fluke and we had a really great weekend, but either way, we'll take it. We had 43 items sell. They shipped out in 42 packages, 41 eBay sales, and 2 Poshmark sales. Really great weekend. And last weekend wasn't too shabby either. 35 total items sold and 32 packages that shipped. 33 eBay, 1 Macari, and 1 Poshmark sale. That's pretty good for a weekend as well. It's also over our historical 0.5% sell-through rate, which would be about 30 packages going out on a Monday. Tuesday, we had 6 eBay, 1 Macari. Wednesday was, for some reason, super duper busy and really stellar. 15 packages in the middle of the week for us is really good. 12 of those were eBay sales and 3 were Poshmark. Thursday, we had 8, 7 eBay, 1 Grailed. And Friday, we had 8, 7 eBay, and 1 Poshmark. So we had a decent week with 1 day that was really great, and the last 2 weekends were good. So I have high hopes that we might be coming out of that slump and that summer slowdown. All right, let's go over to eBay and start with the Plush. This is a Pokemon Center Eevee. Pokemon Center is a good brand for the Pokemons, and then it depends on what character you have, if it's going to comp high or low. This particular Eevee, this style, didn't comp as high as I'd hoped, but I only paid 50 cents for it, so I'm still okay with taking $10.30. It's just one of those filler plush at that point, and Eevee shipped first class. Next up, we have 2 Winnie the Poohs that look identical. In fact, they are identical. If you look at them, they're identical bears. They're both Kohl's Cares, Winnie the Poohs, and it's really funny because, little story time, last night we went up and pulled what had sold already up to like 5 o'clock last night, just so we didn't have so much to do this morning. And then this morning, when we woke up, another Pooh, the second one, had sold, and we'd already pulled the one. And Keith said, I think it double sold. And you guys know that sometimes that happens on eBay. Things will relist themselves after they've already sold, and eBay said it's a glitch or whatever. But we double checked, and they had different locations, and I said I thought I had 2. So this is just an example of an oversaturated Pooh Bear that I had 2 of myself. And at first we got worried and thought, geez, it double sold. But when you look a little bit closer, the photos are a little bit different. And then you check the SKU line, they had different locations. So this one with its little tag damaged a little bit and a little worn off. I took a best offer of 11. And then this one had a little bit better of a tag. You can see the Disney and the Kohl's Cares more clearly. It's not as worn. I took a best offer of 12 on this Pooh. So 11 and 12 respectively, and they each were 50 cents a piece at the Goodwill, and they sold first class. Or they shipped first class, not sold, shipped. Next up we have a little koala bear. Well, he's not so little. He's 15 inches long. He is a Build-A-Bear koala bear. He came from the wholesale lot we purchased at the beginning of this year of Plush from our viewer Greg. And he sold for $14.99 and shipped first class. Then we have this Bear Factory Hippo. He's a cute hippo, but I think I've said it before on this channel. Typically, hippos that I find myself out in the wild when I'm sourcing, unless there's something super special about them, I don't keep and add to my collection. I'll go ahead and list them and send them to new forever homes. Just because the ones that I find myself, they're not special to me. No offense to this little hippo. Plug your ears, hippo. But the ones the viewers send me, the ones that you guys take the time to pick out and send to me, those are special. Those are sentimental. Those are the ones I like to add to my shelf and keep. But when you find them yourself, they're just, they're nothing special. But I'm sure he's special to somebody. And he did go to his new forever home on a best offer of $11. My cost was 50 cents. He shipped first class. Next up, we have this Thai Beanie Boo. His name is Buckwheat. He is a spotted lynx. He hasn't been around that long. I feel like I just showed him kind of recently because I remember talking about how cute I thought the little tufts of hair on his ears were. He was 50 cents. He sold for $12.99 and shipped first class. Then we have a Gans Webkins Lemur. This one does not have his code. 50 cents cost. Sold for $10.49 on a best offer. I guess they wanted 50 cents off. And he shipped first class. Here's another Gans Webkins that sold. Another koala. Koalas seem to be popular this week. This one has his code. He was 50 cents. He sold for $12. Shipped first class. Then we have this little manatee. And I believe he did not have any tags. He was tagless. So I just sold him as an unbranded plush, which is why he's listed at $12.99. Had he had a really good brand on him or a tush tag, I could have listed him higher. But I can't guarantee the buyer what brand he is without tags. So he's just a manatee in the title there. And he was from the wholesale lot, and he sold for $11.75 and shipped first class. Next up, we have a Winnie the Pooh Tigger in a scarf and mittens. He was 50 cents. He sold for $9.99, shipped first class. And then we have this Angry Bird. He hasn't been around too long. Some of you might remember I had this one and a pink one from the movie. They have their nice hang tags. The pink one went really fast because she was more unique. He was 50 cents as well. Sold for $13.99, shipped first class. And then we have another Gans Webkin. This one is a unicorn. And this one did not have a code and sold for $11.99. My cost was 50 cents. Gans Webkins, guys, they're hit or miss. Whether they have their code or not, I don't think so much depends on what they'll comp at as what the animal is and how popular it is. I've seen some without the code sell for $20-$30, and I've had some with a sealed code that sold for 10 or 12. So you can comp them before you source them. I find them for 50 cents, so I just grab them all, bring them home, and run the risk. And then just use the ones that aren't that great as filler or bread and butter. And then, of course, with unicorns, I always grab unicorns. Any brand. People love unicorns. Even the ones that don't comp high or sell for a lot will sell pretty quickly. So I had 3 Gans Webkins go this week, and that's why I wanted to take a little minute to talk about them. Next up, we have this really cute Tweety Bird. It has a halo and wings. It's from the Six Flags in Grand Prairie, Texas. You can see on the tag there. This Tweety Bird was 50 cents and sold for $14.99 and shipped first class. Then we have this Hershey Kiss from the petting zoo. The petting zoo, if you didn't know, is a petting zoo or a zoo full of animals in actual cages like a normal zoo that is connected to and part of the Hershey Park here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And it doesn't always have a tag like this that has both of the park names. So if you ever see just the little petting zoo like that, the logo with the 2 eyes, It is from Hershey Park. And I do really well with the animals from this line of plush, as well as they have candy bars and kisses like this. This kiss was 50 cents and sold for $11.99, shipped first class. And then we have this shirt, was given to us, no cost of goods. And surprisingly enough, I thought I was going to redonate it, but I comped it, and it comped at 20 bucks. So for me, if there's no cost of goods and it's going to sell for 20 bucks, I'm going to list it. It's just an extra large, nice floral striped top by Skyline Collection. I believe it's like one of those catalogs you can order from. So again, no cost of goods, 20 bucks, shipped first class. Next up, we have this Barbarian Pro Fit men's rugby shirt. Came out of a wholesale lot that we purchased, and the average cost of goods per item in that lot was around $2. This sold for $23.43 and shipped first class. Then we have some Lucky Brand jeans. Used to be a Bolo, but nowadays Lucky Brand is just a good bread and butter brand to pick up. This is the Sophia boot style. I paid 99 cents and they sold for $23.43 and shipped in a padded flat. Next up, we have an Old Navy quarter button plaid women's top. This came out of a wholesale lot as well, and the average cost for items in that one was right around $2. This one was linen blend. So I talk about the linen a lot, guys. If you find something that's linen, even if it's not 100% linen, which if it's 100% linen, absolutely grab it, definitely worth it. But even if it's a mix with cotton or another material, if it's linen blend, I always suggest snatching it up because it can go for more money. This was a large size as well. It's a tunic. It's Old Navy, which is a popular brand with a lot of people. The Old Navy clothing that has the style written on it like this, like tunic, or their jeans have boyfriend or whatever, have a following for sure. It's one of my favorite bread and butter brands. Even the tops. I'm not very fond of selling women's tops, but I will grab Old Navy. This one came in a wholesale lot, so I didn't necessarily choose it myself off the rack, but I was excited to find out that it was linen blend, and it sold for $23.43. Old Navy used shirt for $23.43. So I was pretty tickled pink. It did ship first class. Next up, we have this Under Armour and this Under Armour sweatshirt hoodie for little girls. You guys might remember seeing pretty recently in a haul video. I don't normally source kids' clothes. It's not my bag. I'm not really fond of dealing with kids' clothes. But the person I know that works at one of the Goodwills around here did bring these over to me and pointed out that they were on 99 cents day. They were the color of the week. And I thought, well, you know what? They're Under Armour. It's going to be $1.98 for both. I'll go ahead and try them. And then we had one buyer buy both at full price. So she's paid $29.98 for both, and I had paid $1.98 for both. So that's a pretty good turnaround. They were really thick and large together. It was going to be a real struggle to get them in a padded flat to ship them because they weighed over a pound together. So we did go ahead and price out shipping. It was like 40 cents more if I wanted to ship them in a box. And I kind of weighed that against, my time, my effort to get it into a padded flat to save 40 cents. Wasn't really worth it. So I took one of the priority boxes that are called shoe boxes that you can order for free on the USPS website and put them in there. Now, if I could have saved, $2, $3 or more dollars by getting them into a padded flat, that would have been worth my time and effort to try. Well, not to try, but to struggle and fight to get them in there. But when the difference is only 40 cents, guys, I usually just stick them in a box. But that's got to be up to you. But always check the prices. Because sometimes you're surprised. Like, it's only like 10 cents more to ship it this way or whatever. Here's a video picture software Fisher Price game. It's a mouthful to say. We picked this up for $1 at a yard sale last year, and brought it home and listed it. And I was kind of going through the inventory again and looking through some stuff, and this had fallen off. That does happen on eBay all the time, as well as things double listing or showing back up after you've already sold them. Another glitch that's well known is items that are active will fall off. So you have to be on top of stuff, guys. You have to be going through your inventory at least twice a year. At least your physical inventory, going through it, making sure it's still listed, and you got to be looking at your listings and making sure stuff isn't double listing. Unfortunately, that is just part of selling on eBay. They've been saying for years that it's a glitch, and they know it's a glitch, and they're aware of it, and no one's ever fixed it. So it's kind of like one of those really super annoying things. If you want to sell on eBay and make money, you got to deal with their glitches. But anyway, this fell off. I relisted it. It sold for $14.99. Shipped first class. Next up, we have this nice WWE t-shirt. Came out of a wholesale lot. Average cost about $2 per item in that wholesale lot. This sold for $14.99 and shipped first class. Here we have some Joe's jeans. These are kind of mid-grade. They're not quite bread and butter, but they're not quite Bolo anymore. They're on their way down, thanks to folks who like to race to the bottom. These were 99 cents my cost. They're the Honey Booty Fit Curvy, and I didn't make any of that up. I promise. Joe's jeans are pretty good at putting all kinds of cute names on their jeans and the style for you, and then you can just put that in your keywords. Here it says Booty Fit, the Honey, and then here it says Curvy Boot Cut. They sold for $34.19, shipped in a padded flat. Here we have a pair of Levi's, $5.25. These are the perfect waist straight legs. My cost was 99 cents, and they sold for $20.99 within a week of being listed. So I was pretty impressed with this pair of Levi's. They did ship in a padded flat. And then next up we have some Ralph Lauren jeans, which I don't really source Ralph Lauren anymore. It is definitely a brand that is not worth what it used to be. It's definitely oversaturated. But these were a size 14. And my general rule with jeans is if they're, 99 cents on the sale day and they're 14 or higher, size 14 or larger, I'll grab most of them. The bigger sizes do well in all brands, but also these were unique and nice looking. They're tan, so they're not regular blue jeans. They have some nice floral print on them. And then they have the really nice wide bell-bottom flare legs. So I did grab them for 99 cents. They sold for $21.18 and shipped in a padded flat. Then we have this awesome Cuba Vera shirt. Now this is just a rayon Cuba Vera. It's not silk or anything extra special, but it is really nice looking, and it's an extra large. It has really good graphics on it, nice bright colors. It came in a wholesale lot with about $2 and sold for a best offer of $22. Shipped first class. This shirt came from the same lot as the Cuba Vera, so this was around $2 our cost. Nice bright red, extra large. It's by Odo, and it's got these nice tribal graphics on it. This one sold for $17.99, shipped first class. Then we have these Tom's Classic Canvas Slip-On men's shoes. These came out of a wholesale lot. They were around $1. Cost of goods, not in the greatest shape. They have some wear on them on the bottoms and the toes. I did disclose all of that in the listing, and they still sold on a best offer of $20. So these Tom's shoes, I do like this brand of shoes. I'm not a big fan of selling shoes, y'all know that, but I do like Tom's. I've never had a good looking or really nice looking pair of Toms. I will be honest with you. I've never found them in the wild. I've always gotten them from wholesale or from buying out other sellers around me. Like I've gone to a couple storage units to cherry pick and buy inventory from folks going out of business. I've gotten Toms there, had these. I've never had them in good condition. Every pair I've ever had has been beat up, has wear, and they still sell for like $20 to $30 depending. So that's why I like them. I feel like if I could ever find them in really good shape, they'd sell for a lot of money if these beat up ones are selling like this. And then the other thing I really like about most of the Toms like this, they ship first class. They don't really weigh a lot. These weighed like maybe 8 ounces before I got them all wrapped up. What I did was I wrapped each shoe in a piece of bubble wrap, taped it, and then put them in some tissue paper in a poly bag, and they weighed like 10 or 11 ounces, I think. So they're, you know, super easy to photograph and store because they don't weigh much. They're not that big, and even beat up, they go for a pretty good amount of money. So I do like Toms. And then last but not least, I just wanted to show you guys this. If you remember, I had talked about this on the channel before. Hadn't in a while, but sometimes I get the Ipsy or the Birchbox subscriptions. If you're a woman, you're familiar. They send you makeup and stuff. I always keep what I want out of the subscriptions, and whatever I don't want, I always comp it first. You would be surprised. Some of these real tiny travel size or sample size makeups they send you will sell for a lot of money. And I think it depends on what the product is and the brand and how sought after it is. Because I've seen like sample size mascaras go for like 30 and 40 bucks, and they're straight up out of Ipsy or Birchbox. So if you ever get stuff in your subscription that you don't like, check it. Check the price on eBay and Poshmark, because sometimes they go for a lot. But if they're not one of the ones that go for a lot, I usually just build them up until I have a theme, and then I make a lot like this. Like this is 5 different hair care products, and I threw in one of my extra bags I didn't want, and it sold for 15 bucks. So if you're already paying, you know, your own money, $10 to get a subscription box every month, and you're not keeping or everything or liking it, you can resell it. That's the beautiful part of being a reseller. We can resell anything that we don't want or we clean out of our house, right? I just wanted to make note that you should check each one before you build lots, though, because some of the individual ones can sell for a lot of money. Alright guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know how your sales are going. How'd your weekend sales go? Are you still stuck in the summer slowdown, or are sales starting to pick up for you guys? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel out so much. And subscribe if you haven't already. Help us feed some hungry hippos. Hit the little bell so you're notified when I put out new videos. And join our Facebook group if you haven't already. Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. It's free to join. Really great group full of really great resellers. Until next time, guys, go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.